Today we're going to do our first cooking video. This is going to be wild caught landlocked salmon from Lake Winnipesaukee. We're going to smoke it with a honey maple glaze on top of it. It's a phenomenal product that I found at a wedding recently down in Mystic, Connecticut. This is a very simple and quick recipe. I cook this a lot on the weeknights because it's so quick and easy. Very minimal preparation and very short cook time, so it's a great weeknight meal. Alright, I'm going to show you a neat little trick here. If you're serving picky eaters, which I am tonight, that don't like bones, what you can do is cut out the secondary rib cage. So I've already removed the actual rib cage, which will run right here. And you can really cook it and eat around it, and it's not a big deal. But for the people that I'm serving tonight, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Okay, so what you want to do is just run your fingers along it, and usually you can feel the small bones poking out. So once you find it, it's in a straight line. Place your fillet knife just to the left of it and run it down there and cut right to the skin. The skin's very tough. You usually won't cut through it as long as you don't apply too much pressure. So the next thing that I do is just go to the opposite side of that line that you just cut and cut another one. So then I have two slits, one on either side of the line of bones, and just cut along the skin. What you'll do is just remove that piece of meat, and with it you'll remove all of the bones. Now you do lose some meat with this. It's a give-take. You know, if people you're serving are picky and you know that they'll freak out if they get a bone, then you know this is a way to get around that. They don't run the whole length of the meat. They stop about 2/3 of the way down. So you only need to cut that portion out. Now you can see I have it just a line cut in the meat here, but I left it intact. Alright, now that I've finished removing that line of bones out of the meat, what I'm going to do is let it sit in the refrigerator for about 20 to 30 minutes. And it's going to let it set up a little bit and get a little bit of a tackiness to it, and it'll let some of the moisture get off of it before we smoke it. Okay, so here's the glaze that we're going to use for the salmon. This is called Sticky Situations Maple Honey glaze. It's made by a company called Sticky Situations out of Mystic, Connecticut. I'll put a link to their website in the bottom of this video. It's very, very good stuff, especially for wild-caught salmon. Okay, so I heated up the maple butter for about 15 seconds in the microwave, and I used a brush and brushed that on there. Got a nice glaze over the meat. The temperature is between 200 and 225. Since it's wild landlocked salmon, the fillets aren't super thick like the ones you'd buy in the grocery store, so they don't take very long to cook. For that reason, 200, 225 in about 20 to 30 minutes is usually good. Everything I do in the smoker, I always use a thermometer to check it because you're cooking at lower temperatures, so it's always good to be safe, especially with any kind of wild game. Alright, so we have the fish in there. Like I said, we'll give it about 20 to 25, maybe 30 minutes. I'll get the thermometer out and we'll check it here in 20 minutes and see where it's at. No, I am using hickory wood. You can use some of the apples, you know, different apple tree woods and stuff like that. But I like hickory. I do most of my smoking with hickory. Alright, so it's been about 22 minutes. So we're going to crack it open and take a temperature on the meat and see how far it's cooked. We're about a 141, so she should be done. I'll give it about one more minute and it'll be finished off. Alright, it should be all set. We're going to go ahead and take them out of here. Alright, so here we have the final product, the maple honey glazed salmon with asparagus that my lovely wife made to go along as a side. I don't know if you can see it there. It's going to be one very healthy and very good meal.